guess the only one that leaves, Monica.
Hi, Apollo. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until it's more settled.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but
I guess I have to, my bad.
uh, don't worry, Apollo. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem.
Great job, Apollo. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
Yo, am I gonna get to read my own poem?
I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
Oh, my bad, that's Apollo. That way, it always counts when I put some effort in.
That's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are often left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just filled by, or letting them deeply analyze nuances.
Or nuances. I think that's what it said, nuances.
It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry, so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best kind of style there is that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want me to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Hers is the longest. Sheesh. Hole in the wall.
It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor or angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I'm real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. God damn. What the fuck does that mean? Bro, can I fucking get off of it, please? Bro, I'm done. I'm done reading it. Okay, let me get off. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Did my shit just crash? What the fuck? I pressed enter like 10 times. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm really not that right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on one specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I'll glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up talking myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and NATSUKI. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. NATSUKI's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
NATSUKI dismissively returns to the poem on the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Apollo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, go fuck yourself. Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I've come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Apollo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. It actually made him quite hard.
NATSUKI suddenly stands up.
Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Apollo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Apollo started showing up. Are you stuffing your fucking bra, Yuri? NATSUKI. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like the fighting guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there.
Apollo. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Apollo. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Apollo? Well, I just came here to get my dick sucked, guys. I don't know. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Motherfuck.
So of course that's gotta be.
Alright guys, so I want you to look at these two girls and tell me who the fuck you think I would choose if I was actually in this situation.
Natsuki. You're right that I like your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poems. Yuri wouldn't even take my poems seriously.
I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. There's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone else's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into that, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well if you just told her how you felt. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody is taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Yeah, she'll fucking get over it. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now, you ugly motherfuckers.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up a poem with her hands and throws it out. Damn.
Natsuki!
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Apollo. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this book club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said, About my big voluptuous yitties. About, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did NATSUKI say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Bro, if high school was like this, I would have been getting my dick wet in a way earlier age than I did now. Okay, everyone. Oh, shit. It's about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Apollo, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It wasn't anything to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something for your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Apollo. I saw Sayori. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. Actually, the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Apollo, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Ooh, that nigga trying to get some cool. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, we're gonna finish this up, and that's probably gonna be the end of this stream. We got about an hour and 40 in. That shit, that's good. Alright, if we choose anime, it's probably gonna be Natsuki's thing, so Judgment, Aura, Alone, fuck. Vertigo. Okay, so anything that's big, you're probably like Amazing, Secretive, Loud, Sticky, Blinking, Precious, Uncontrollable, Vivacious, Fester. Who's on like Suicide? Yuri. After Image. Doki. Why is the game in here? Hopeless. It's just any big word, really. Heaven sent. Yeah, it's just any big word. Depression, so it's probably gonna be a fucking Sayori's thing. Uncanny. And unending. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already.